Hello, my friends. It's me, Christiana Gaudette, your Tarot Fairy Godmother. It's Thursday. That means it is time for the Tarot Topics Weekly Newsletter recap. Tarot Topics Weekly Newsletter. Well, it's a weekly newsletter. I bet you figured that out. It comes in your inbox every Wednesday. We do a different topic every week, hence Tarot Topics. And then we come on Thursday and do readings about the topic. So this week's topic, being okay in an unwell world. I choose topics maybe based on what I'm thinking about or based on what I see my clients thinking about throughout the week. And it really just feels like there are a lot of people just gamely trying to be okay in a difficult workplace environment, in a difficult family system, just on the planet where everything just feels so hard. And I think, and I said this in the newsletter, one thing we probably all agree on is that there's a lot wrong with the world. We may not all agree on what the problems are or how to fix them, but we all agree there's problems, and that's hard, and it's exhausting. And how do we be okay with that? And so in the newsletter, we talk about how to find peace, how to find perspective, how to be grounded, how to be in your center, and how important self-care is, how important boundaries are to all of this. So, wide open, basically, it's all about being okay. How are you feeling okay? How are you not feeling okay? What questions do you have about that? We are here to do those questions. And today we are working with one of my favorites, Spiral Tarot. I do want to remind all of the members that we will have our members-only live stream this evening, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. We're doing a comparative tarot class. It is going to be so good. I am so excited. Yes, there will be readings. I always do sample readings for the members-only classes. Comparative tarot is where we look at how different decks, different traditions, and different artists illustrate different cards, and how does that inform our reading. So if you're a person like me who likes to have lots of tarot decks, you will especially enjoy this class. If you are a person who has been confused by the different depictions of different energies and archetypes, you will enjoy this class. All right, here we go. Without further ado, let's do this thing. Smile Soul 20, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member here. We appreciate you. The first question that I see is from George. It's so nice to see you. Everything is crazy now. What do I do? And I think the whole thing, it comes down to I feel like over time, you have let your own sense of self, what feels good for you, what feels okay for you, you have let that be too much about other people, I think. And so what you have to do now is find your strength. What's true about you? What are your skills? What are your abilities? What is your power? And what do you do with that? And I think that's what you have to do, because you're right, everything is crazy. You're right. Ben Lieber does tarot. So nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members-only emojis. Thanks for your kind words about the newsletter. Resonated a lot as trying to juggle a lot of moving pieces. Would love some advice on how I can remain more grounded and in control. Very good. Stop trying to be in control. That's going to be your first step. You're not. You can't be. How to be grounded. Be clear about what you have control over and what you don't. What you can be at peace with and what you can't. Where you have to make decisions and take steps. Where you just have to learn and react, where you have to walk away, where you have to lean in. I think you have to break it all down and figure out what's in your life, what's not in your life, and how's it going to be in your life, and how's it going to work. And recognize, Ben, this is constantly shifting. You'll get it all figured out for this week, and next week will be different. So just let that be. Justine, it's a wide topic. I'm sure we'll find a way to make your question work. Not to worry. Not to worry. How to be okay is a very wide topic. Mediha Ness, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member here. Thanks for your kind words about the newsletter. When the world is changing so fast and shifting out of our control, not knowing where things are going, it's difficult to stay calm, right? Next question I see is Raquel. Raquel, thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members-only emojis. It's been a year of learning with a yucky face. What's the best way I can stay mentally and physically strong? By loving yourself and carefully choosing and curating what is in your life and what is not in your life, and how you're going to interact with the people and things that are in your life. The things you can choose, then you're going to have to choose, and choose actively. That's really the key. Choose actively. And Nalini Kalu, you're up next. I just want to remind everyone we do have our members only live stream tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Link is already up. Hope to see you. All right. Hey, Dora. So good to see you. Hallelujah. Glad you're here. Thanks for being here. Okay. Oh, Justine, yes. Justine says, I'm excited to try out the 6-card spread you included in the newsletter. I love it when you add the spreads in there. Thank you. You know, I've been kind of going back and forth. It's like, should I just create a new spread for each week and just have there be a spread of the week and let that be? Or is it special when I do spreads and I shouldn't do them all the time? Feel free, all of you, to ring in here. Spread every week or no? All right. Nalini Kalu, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member here. This newsletter feels like it was for me. Yeah. I'm struggling with a hateful coworker that tried to run me off the road. Good freaking God. My goodness gracious. Narcissistic family and a struggling friendship. Yeah, I am so sorry. I am so sorry. Yeah. I really try to tune into the energy and when I'm tuning into the energy, I'm really thinking about y'all, because I know the day after the newsletter comes out, we are going to be here talking about it. So maybe I did tune into you, Nalini, my goodness. And Ness, I always take 3 screenshots of the spreads. My goodness. And Justine says, share when you've got a gem. Right. I don't want to have to think of new ones every week. You're absolutely right about that. It's so true. Okay, Nalini, how are you handling it all? Actually, you're doing a good job. You know, here's how you're handling it all. Getting rid of the bullshit. Oh my gosh, did I just say a 4-letter word on the broadcast? I did. I'm sorry. But seriously, it feels like that's what you're doing. You're just dodging it, you know? But the thing is, you can see it now. And when you're raised in a narcissistic family, you are fed BS and you can't see it because it's your normal diet. And so I think that you are really trying to get to what is true. And it's hard because you have no meter, no training in knowing what is true. Now, with the struggling friendship, I think the person that you're friends with is also going through a tough time. And so the two of you need to be gentle with each other because you can both be a little paranoid with each other. With a hateful coworker, that person is crazy, and I hope that you took either legal or with the company measures. I hope you did the right thing there. Because attempted murder is probably not, in part of the job description. So actually, I think you're doing a good job, but it feels overwhelming sometimes, but you're getting through it. And just understand, Nalini, this is it. You do this work, you get through all of this. It's so much better on the other side, I promise. Okay. And Ness, you're up next. When I do certain things, it helps me to stay focused and centered, such as asking for ancestral help and guidance. The cards are also great from hearing the guidance from them. How can I strengthen my focus and stay centered? Fair question. All right. You stay centered by recognizing that center feels different at different times. And you stay grounded by being open to new information, new possibilities, and new communication. It's not a stagnant thing for you. A lot of people see that groundedness of earth as a stagnant thing, and for you, it's not. For you, it's not. It's like the horse we've talked about before, most certainly of the earth, but it moves. And that's specific to you, Nalini. Excuse me, I'm not speaking with Nalini. I'm thinking about Nalini still, but this is actually for Ness. My eyes went up. So this is absolutely for you, Madiha Ness. You, to stay grounded and centered, need to stay flexible and open. Maybe we all do too. I don't know, but I know it's specific for you. And it sounds counterintuitive, but it's not. Okay. Von Ray, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. There's a new adventure each week, it seems. My goodness, yes. Martha Vink, my friend. I struggle so much with this. I hope you had such a great week when you took your time off. I struggle so much with this. How can I do better at self-care? Yeah, it's hard. I'm bad at it too. I hear you. I wonder, because we had a similar religious upbringing, Martha, I wonder if there is something in that doctrine that does not encourage self-care. I just wonder. All right, how can you do better at self-care? You have to fight yourself for it, because when you do it, it feels self-indulgent. And for you, and again, like I do wonder, is this like a Methodist thing? If it feels self-indulgent, you're probably doing it exactly the right way. Are Methodists like puritanical in that way? Like I remember like eating great food. The church dinners were delicious and we had fun and we laughed. I mean, I don't remember like it being like a religion of real denial. But I feel like there's a part of you, like you have to fight with yourself just to allow yourself time and space to be and do the things that you want to be and do. And you have to know that, I think it's about recognizing your value there, really. I could just as well be saying that to myself, I suppose, but there it is. It's interesting. Gemini Sun, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. We've missed you. Thanks for being a moderator here. I'm going through a really hard time in my personal life. I'm so sorry. How can I get through this emotional turmoil to get to the other side? What a great question. And good for you for knowing there is another side. There is an other side on the other side of this. And that's just exactly it. Just, first of all, when we look at the emotional turmoil, I don't think you're the cause of most of it. I think there's a lot of stuff going on around you that is in many ways caused by other situations or other people. So you kind of got to let other people own their crap. You can't take it on too much. You need to have really good boundaries. You need to protect yourself so you can take care of your responsibilities. And you need to recognize that this is all a process to get you to the other side. And on the other side, you're not going to have so many ridiculous people and things who are trying to steal your peace and take your time and aren't really being helpful. And so this is really about discernment for you. And it's hard, it's difficult, it's painful because you're changing, you're changing, you're growing. And all of that is hard. But it's going to take you where you need to go. I promise you. So basically, recognize that a lot of this is about seeing truth for what it is, having boundaries, and not letting other people define you. Some of those things, anyway. Hey, Luna Song, I feel like I haven't seen you in a long time. All right, Justine. All right, Justine, and thank you so much for being a member. Thanks for being a moderator. We really appreciate you. I want to make my own money so I can move out of my family's house. Understood. Okay, hang on a minute. And I will tell you, I dropped one card, and it showed up face up. It's the Hierophant, so that may be pertinent to our conversation. I want to move out of my family's house and move on with my life, but I'm overwhelmed at the prospect of how and what to work toward first. Since I have a fairly big surgery coming up later in July, including a 2-week recovery period, I'm wondering, what do my guides want me to work towards from now leading up to the surgery that can help me find a sense of direction? The direction forward is to allow for this healing, because this healing in a very real way gives you back your voice. There's a spiritual component to this healing that is significant. And so the process, the focus right now is not about finding your direction forward. It's about finding your healing from the past, which will naturally give you the direction forward. And since the surgery is about healing as well, this is perfect. Let this be a time of real healing for you. It's perfect. Oh, Cassandra, I can't figure out how to resubscribe. Well, thank you anyway. Still appreciate you. All right. TJ and GA. A card for guidance in this area. So what you can do to stay well, to stay okay. You need a lot of stability in your life. You need to feel good about the work you do. You need to feel like you're in your integrity. And you need to feel like you can trust the people around you to give you the benefit of the doubt and collaborate with you appropriately. Those are the things you need in order to feel well and be okay. So if you could just work toward those things, you will be fine. Karen Winkle, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member here. We appreciate you. My company is in financial difficulty. They've laid off all the other contractors except me. Am I going to be okay? It's because you do the work of 10 contractors. I really think you do. This could go either way. You should be prepared. They're going to try to hang on to you. Right now, it is their intention to hang on to you. But who knows? In the long run, we don't know. In the short run, I can tell you it is their intention to hang on to you. And one way or the other, you'll be all right. Yeah, Justine, thanks for bringing that Hierophant back in. School may really be the thing. I do see that as the card of the master's degree, but for right now, focus on healing. PL Day, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member here. I've been reading the blog you suggested. Great reading. Wonderful. Thank you. Von Ray, thanks again for being a member here. My question, how can I find a way to relax when it feels like my existence is constantly being attacked for one reason or another, right? It's exhausting. Oh my gosh. And the answer is you have to be able to have a safe space in your home, in your mind. You have to be able to have a space where you do not have to be constantly addressing those things. Like you have to create your happy space. That's what you must do. And it doesn't really matter what it is or where it is or how it is, but that's what you must do. Seriously. Oh, Joyous Ocean. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members only emojis. I'm doing really okay. Today is the 12th anniversary of a pretty heavy trauma for you. Lots of self-care, lots of friends checking in on me, dealing in nature, and going on a vacation next week. I'm accepting that my love partner will show up when he shows up, even though I do feel lots of rejection around me without being chosen, but I'm rewriting that script. The 2 decks I designed have arrived. I love the samples. I'm going to tweak them a bit. That is so good. That is all good stuff. I'm just going to jump right ahead to your question, and thanks for using members only emojis. Love the newsletter. I'd love to hear what else I should be doing in regards to being okay with life as it is now, being a single woman and a business owner with a full-time job possibly coming. It's a lot. It's a lot. I think recognizing that some moments you feel okay and some moments you won't. Some days you'll feel okay and some days you won't, but you're still okay. And even if you're not feeling okay, you can still pull it together and show up for others and be okay. So basically, there's nothing else you really need to do. And know that the level of okayness that you're at is a fine level of okayness, even if you don't feel okay every minute. How's that? Ben, thanks for that feedback. Okay. Cassandra, thanks for being here. Thanks for wanting to be a member here. Thanks for having been a member in the past. I feel like I go through this cycle of highs and lows, inspiration, creativity every month. What is this thing that I feel like I'm missing? Hormones. It's hormones. I swear to goodness it is. I'm ready to push back the mental block and do all the things. I don't think it's a mental block. I think it's hormonal. Let's check the cards, though, and see what we see. But I would say whatever it is, the first thing I'm going to say is don't shame yourself for it. You know, I think you're doing this whole thing where you're like, well, if I could just keep in this energy, why can't I just keep in this energy? Why do I lose my momentum? If I could just keep in this energy, that would be so good. And you're making yourself bad. So the first thing I'm going to say is don't make yourself bad for it. And I think I'm right. I think it's hormonal. I swear to goodness I do. I don't think this is a mental block. I don't think it's a mindset issue. I don't think it's you. So start with just get rid of that story. And try to track it according to your monthly cycle and see where that fits, if it fits. And if it does fit, talk to your doctor. If it doesn't fit, see what else is going on cyclically and see if you can lean into the cycle rather than being angry about it. Because one way or the other, there's a cycle here. Okay. PL Day, so nice to see you. Thanks for being a member. Workplace going through changes, end of summer, fall. How to not be stressed by this. Just be really grateful for all the good things about your job. Because all of this is so out of your control, and it's going to be fine. It really is. So just be grateful for the good things, I think. Hey, Choki, I'm so glad you made it. It's so good to see you. Reaper TV, glad to see you. Hope you're doing well. Say hi to your sister for me. How am I handling my company? It's just the start. Any advice regarding my partners? Should I be looking for a new additional partner? All right. I think you've got good concept. I think there's some issues with partners. And what you need is funding. So if you need more partners to get more funding, then yes, because funding is what you need. All right. Hang on 1 second here. All right. Dora, thank you for being here. Thanks for being a member here. We really appreciate you. Card on the floor, but this time face down. Thank you for being here. We appreciate you so much, Dora. A friend has cancer and is going through serious financial problems as she can't work. I feel kind of guilty because I'm going on a long holiday trip. What advice do the cards have for the way I feel? I understand completely. Oh my gosh, I understand completely. You could take all the money you were going to spend on your trip and give it to her and cancel your trip. You could do that. But you're not gonna, and you really shouldn't, because she doesn't want you to. You are each on different journeys. Should you do something nice for her? Should you help her? Of course. But you also should take your trip. Your journey and her journey are two different journeys. And you need this trip for all the reasons you know you need this trip, because that's why you planned it. Now, your friend's journey is a difficult journey, but I think your friend is going to be okay. And the important thing is your friend needs to know that she is loved. So try to organize help for her and enjoy your vacation. Oh, Cassandra, love you too. Thank you. Yep, I understand. And this, honestly, I'm full disclosure. I understand, Cassandra, because I lived through it for years. And that's why, I'm smelling something I know here. And mine went away when I reached a certain age, because I didn't realize that I could have done something about it sooner. So, just saying. Look into that possibility. But one way or the other, I know the shame isn't going to help. All right. Luna's song, it's so good to see you. What does my higher self have to say? It's all about figuring out what works for you. What is really possible? What is not really possible? What do you vibe with? What do you not vibe with? And how do you arrange all of that? I think that there has been some loneliness. I think there's been some challenges, and I think you've tried to stay really positive in all of that, which is good. But I think it is time for you to figure out, what do you want to do? What do you need to do? What steps do you need to take? And it needs to be very practical. Claire C., thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. As I become older, I feel disrespected and excluded from conversations around close family members. Advice. Well, my Scorpio self is coming up with all kinds of advice. But I'm going to zip my lip until I look at the cards for this one. Okay, here's what I get, Claire. This isn't new. You're noticing it more. You're noticing it more. Maybe the dynamics have changed because people are older and things have shifted. But it's not like they treated you with great respect before. You're just noticing it more, and it's become more blatant. So the advice is to see it for what it is and address it for what it is, and recognize, when we talk about dysfunctional family systems, here it is. You're the survivor of that. You're the next evolution beyond that. Don't take it personally. It's not personal. But there's a lot in this family system that is problematic, and it's not your responsibility to fix it. You didn't create it, and you don't need to spend too much energy worrying about it. How does that sound? Oh, Ness, thank you for that feedback. That's so good. Okay. Adrija, you're up next. And you're looking for how July is going to be. I think in July, you're really going to be looking to talk to new people, not just romantic friends, but all kinds of friends, new possibilities. And I think there's real possibilities there. So keep looking, it'll be good. All right. And Shoki, thank you so much for being here. Thanks for being a member. We appreciate you. Thanks for using members only emojis. What's next? It's going to be hard. What's next is it's going to be hard because you're dealing with so much all at once. And every single thing that you're dealing with would be hard on its own. And you've got just a whole layer cake of it. And so what's next is you eat that layer cake. And this next round that you're going through will not be as bad as the last round. And that's an important thing for you to know right now, Choki, is you're gearing up for this thing that last time was really, really, really hard. This time, I think is going to be significantly better. I mean, not great, but better. So there's that. So know that. That's good. Okay, and thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for feedback. Really good feedback. Really appreciate it. And Cassandra, thank you so much for the super sticker. Really appreciate that. Really appreciate it. Claire, thank you. It's their loss, damn straight. Catherine Fan, it's so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. I've always felt empty and unsatisfied with my life despite being fortunate enough to have a supportive family and secure job. Do you have any advice? Well, the thing I'm going to ask is why. And I do feel like, there could be sort of you could look at it from a psychological perspective. You could look at it from a soul journey perspective. You could look at it from the perspective that, even in the supportive family growing up, there may have been some messaging that you received either in the family or in the community that was not as supportive, and figuring out what that is and rolling that back. The advice, the Hanged Man can really talk about yoga, meditation, all of that, the Knight of Swords, reading, journaling, writing, therapy, all the things. And I would say that now is really a time to explore this and to explore it in a way that is really objective, because I think you will find the answers. And I think the answers will be surprisingly satisfying after a long journey. Coach Tosh, thanks for being here. Currently at a fork in the road, not sure if I should stay my course or should I take two steps back to move forward. All right, great question. I'm picking door number 3. Not stay the course, not the path where you take 2 steps back. There's a third option. Look for it. Aprilia, thank you so much for the super chat. Really appreciate it. What advice do I have about your carer? I actually think that the two of you can work together well some of the time, and some of the time not. So when it's good, it's good. When it's not, it's not. Don't judge it, just deal. It's all good. All right. From my perspective, I've come to the end. Did I skip you? If I accidentally skipped you, I am so sorry if you're just getting here and haven't asked yet. It's last call for readings, y'all. I want to remind you, If you are a member of this channel, you automatically have access to our class tonight. Members only class, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And maybe become a member right now so you can join us. It's going to be a good class on comparative tarot. So please do join us. I want to thank everyone. Thanks to the members. Thanks to the moderators. Thanks to everyone for being here. And I think, Aprilia, can I trust her? It depends. Trust her to do what? It's qualified. In some ways, yes. In some ways, no. Thanks to everyone who helped out with a super chat and super sticker. Here we go. Okay. Oh, good, Dora. I'm glad you'll be at class tonight. Teresa, thank you so much for being a member. Thanks for being a moderator. Thanks for being here. No worries, Justine. I got it. It was easy. Should I push to finish school in August or take the extra semester? I can't believe I'm saying this. Either is fine. Really, either is fine. But if you could push and finish in August, if you could, you should. If you can't, it's perfectly okay. But if you could, you should. Choki, regarding that follow-up question, I would say if you have the choice to wait till Wednesday, wait till Wednesday. If you have the choice. If you do not have the choice, then obviously do it tomorrow. But if you have the choice to wait, wait. All right. Teresa, I think you can too. It's not going to be easy. You're going to be cursing my name while you're doing it, but I think you can. My friends, I really appreciate you members. Hope to see you back 7 p.m. this evening. Thank you, everyone. Take good care. If you have not subscribed to the newsletter, please do. And please know I am available for readings throughout the holiday weekend here in the U.S. It is a holiday weekend. And because July 4th is like on Tuesday, like a lot of people are taking all 4 days off. Guess who's not? Moi. I am not. I will be here. I will be working. So reach out. Get your reading with me. Seriously. Rosie tells her, will I get a job as a virtual assistant? It will take some doing to do it. If you want it, I think you can, but it's going to take some doing. All right, my friends, I will look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you so much.